Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Sagittarius Weekly Tarot Bite reading for the week of July 24th through the 30th. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot reading for Soul Illumination. So hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lauren. I do hope that you get something meaningful out of this reading. Now, this is meant to be a quick look at the energy for the week ahead for the sign of Sagittarius. So it's going to be about 10 minutes or so, and we're going to be basing it off of the two themes that came up in the general collective reading, which was posted on Monday for the week here, which was flexible and the high priestess. Now, flexible really came through as really asking us to be flexible this week as things in our external environment start to change and kind of break apart to allow for the new version of ourself or the new dream that we want to bring into our experience to start to kind of take hold. Now, that's what we're being asked intuitively to really stay focused on with the high priestess, is that internal knowing of what is new, what is the coming change in this next cycle, so that as we stay kind of true to that feeling of what we want to bring in for ourselves or what we want to express from a new place of a new sense of self, that we are kind of able to go with the flow of the changes that start to happen around us. Now I'm going to jump in here, Sagittarius, and we're going to see what these two themes mean specifically for you this week. So let's go ahead. So for Sagittarius, we have, for flexible, we have Seven of Swords. So there's a sense here a little bit of the Seven of Swords can be a card of avoidance. It can be a card where we're kind of trying not to look at something. So there may be a sense this week of having to face something that you haven't really wanted to see. Seven of Swords can also be asking yourself that question of, is it worth it for me to do this? And I can't lie. Two Wheel of Fortunes just came up here for you, Sagittarius. Very interesting. Now this, I always like to call this my magic deck because duplicates of certain cards come up and they're never the same. Or they are the same, but then when I go through and I clear the deck and I try to look for these multiples, they're not there or they change. So sometimes we just have to take what is. This was actually one of the first decks I ever purchased, so I kind of feel like it has that little extra something in there. So two Wheel of Fortunes. This is really like a double punch to the stomach that says, Sagittarius, the time is now. The wheels are turning. Opportunity, and then yet here you are and you're like, I'm not going to pay attention. There might be a sense for some of you that there's an opportunity that's presenting itself and you're like, I'm trying not to see this. I don't even want to go there. Is it worth it for me to do this? It could also be that for some of you, to be honest, you could actually be kind of hiding this opportunity. This could be like where a secondary job opportunity has come in on the side and you're like getting ready to take it, but you're not telling anybody at your current place of work, where you're like, keep it on the down low, but I'm leaving in 2 weeks kind of thing. With that flexibility, that could be the change where you're trying to kind of balance the new thing that's coming into your life with the old thing that you're releasing. Now, this could also be for some of you presenting itself as truly a card of, I don't want to make the change. And that things are starting to shift around you and you're saying, I don't want to deal with it. I can't deal with it. I don't want to see it. This could even be a card of self-sabotage where you're trying to actually push away the door that's trying to open for you. Now I'm going to pull a couple cards here for the High Priestess, and then I'm going to pull some clarifiers for the cards over here because we definitely want to go a little deeper into those two Wheel of Fortunes for you, Sagittarius. So let's see here. The High Priestess, what do you need to know about what your intuition is telling you? What is this feeling, this deep internal knowing you have? What does Sagittarius need to know about the High Priestess? Okay, so we have, man, this page, this Princess of Wands has been coming out in everybody's reading here. So there's something about really getting back to that playful sense of passionate, just, I want to play with life again. But we have the Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands, we have the Four of Swords, the Moon, and the Magician. So there's a feeling here for many of you, I think, where there is definitely a call to do something more fun in your life. There's this intuitive calling. Now, for some of you, this could even be sometimes the pages can represent children in your life. So this could be a child in your life that you are, maybe there's something changing in this child's life. That could be the case. But I think for many of you, this is really speaking to the own child within, this playful element of maybe tapping into this youthful spark within that maybe you haven't tapped into in quite some time, or the sense of play that's coming through in some quality aspect of your life. With the Four of Swords, you're really being asked to reflect on that, to reflect on potential areas of wounding that maybe are preventing this playful part of yourself to come out, that have maybe, I almost get the sense here then with the Moon and the Magician coming in, that there's a sense of feeling called towards the new, being asked to kind of, can you walk a new path on faith where you bring out that inner fiery part of yourself, but again, in an innocent way, because that's going to show you where your own magic maybe has been hiding from you. There's a sense here of like an intuitive calling towards letting out an inner part of yourself, letting an inner part of yourself be seen that maybe you've hidden, or it's been hidden because of the pain of the past. I'm going to pull out some clarifiers. I'm going to see what this Wheel of Fortune is. Okay, first let's see what's going on with the Wheels of Fortune, and then we're going to go on and see what the Seven of Swords is. What is this avoidance? Now, again, for some of you, this could absolutely be where you are kind of in the driver's seat of this, where you're purposely avoiding making someone or something aware in your life of a change that you are in the process of orchestrating yourself. But let's go ahead and see here. What is this Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, Eight of Wands. Okay, so for many of you, you know that this is fast-moving energy. This can also be just be a lot of stuff going on, and you might be like, I'm trying to dodge all of these wands. I don't want to see it. I don't want to do it. It can also be where you feel like this is going to be a lot of work, where you're like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't mind going and maybe starting a new job somewhere, but that's going to be a lot. I already have a lot going on in my life, Sometimes the Eight of Wands, if it's pertaining to a love or romantic spread, this can actually be like this. They can be called the Cupid's arrows. So there's a sense that maybe for those of you who are maybe not in a romantic partnership, there's a sense here of maybe somebody almost coming in and like love bombing you, or there's like all these opportunities coming in for love and you're like trying to duck. You're like, I'm not gonna see it, no. And yet the wheel is turning saying, here's your opportunity, something along those lines. But there could be something like that where if this isn't pertaining to love, it's pertaining to an opportunity and you just feel like it's too much, like it's just coming in from all sides and you're like, I just can't deal with it. And then we have the King of Wands. That is the Leo card there. This can also be, this can represent being a business owner. This can represent kind of that CEO energy. It's someone who really leads from a place of passion. So this might be where you could even be getting a communication from someone like that who's like, hey, I own my own business. I'd love to bring you on. I'd love, for you to level up. Like, let's make this happen. And you're like, it's going to be a lot. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that. There's a sense of, I don't know if I'm ready for that. This could even be where someone's asking you to promote you to this kind of level of authority, where you might be promoted to like senior management. And you're like, no, I don't know about that. Or again, if this is the flip side of that, this could be where, again, you got the raise, you got the offer from another business or another company, and you're like, okay, I got to keep it on the down low until it actually happens. So there's definitely a level of flexibility at play here. But for some of you, if this is romantic and this is a Leo coming into your life, this is saying, could be something, it's like Spirit's saying, pay attention. All right. Let's see. What is the Seven of Swords? But yeah, I get the feeling that there's either a fear around leveling up, or there is an opportunity that you're trying to keep on the down low that is about leveling up. Okay, so we have, for the Seven of Swords, we have the Two of Cups, we have Death, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So for many of you, there is a way that you have connected with others that is done. And I think for many of you, there's a sense now of maybe you had always connected with people in a specific way. Maybe you'd always connected with people, maybe not authentically, or maybe the authentic version of yourself has changed. This can also be where there have been friendships that have maybe left your life. The Two of Cups with Death can also represent someone who has been taken from your life. But with the Ten of Cups, there's a sense now of stepping into true joy and kind of going out into the world ready to see what's with the Page of Pentacles. There's that sense of going out to find more information. There's that kind of curious seeking, and it's almost like going out as the messenger to say, this is what I want. This is the Ten of Cups. This is the dream I have for myself. And yet I think for many of you, there's almost this feeling of, but I've always shared myself in this way. I've always connected with people on this level. I don't know if I can connect with people. It's almost like you've changed on such a deep level in how you intimately connect with others, that there's a sense now of having to share the new vision for yourself from a new place, and having to go out there kind of with this sense of, I'm offering this up. Are there any takers? Which is very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and just see what wants to come out for the Princess, or for the Page of Wands over here. But yeah, I really get the feeling that for some of you, there was this level of connection either with others that it doesn't serve you anymore, or maybe at one point you were on equal levels with certain people and you realized you weren't. We all change, we all grow, but there's a level here of the Ten of Cups coming through, I think, that is asking you to turn around and say, yes, this is worth moving towards. So Princess of Wands, which is Page of Wands, we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's a sense here of maybe almost like giving up on your inner child a little bit, or giving up on that sense of like fun and play, because you felt like maybe when you showed that part of yourself, you got left out in the cold. There could be a sense here around kind of a poverty mindset that comes with just following what you're passionate about. And maybe you did kind of follow your passions in the past and they didn't work out, or it did end in some type of loss. But I think now there's a point where you're being asked to reflect on that, to see, again, really look at the pain of the past, but understand now that there's really a chance here with the Wheel of Fortune to level up, and level up in a major way, to either level up where you become the king, or where a king wants you to level up with them, or where a Leo or some type of passionate individual wants to come in and I think connect with you for the Ten of Cups. And I think, you're being kind of asked to, turn around and offer yourself up. Say, this could be like saying, I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to see what my pentacle is worth in this scenario. I have a vision for myself. I have a vision of what I want to bring in for myself, the Ten of Cups, and I'm going to take the chance. There's a sense about taking the chance here, like, hey, this is my dream. And someone's like, okay, I'll take you up on it. And there's this deep intuitive knowing, I think, about getting back into, like, this might be the opportunity that allows you to show that inner part of yourself, and allows you even to capitalize on the inner part. Bottom of the deck here, Eight of Cups. Yeah, this is asking you to walk away from something that has long not been emotionally fulfilling for you, because could be a way of being. Again, this could be a way of connecting with others. This could be maybe where you closed yourself off because of how you connected that didn't quite work out with another. Bottom of this deck, I just wanted to see Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords. Yeah, sharing a truth. There is something here around communication, fast movement, and the potential to level up. So whether this is leveling up in your romantic, partnership kind of life, or whether this is leveling up in your career life, career path, and something pertaining specifically to your vision for the 10 of Cups. And it's saying this time around, it's going to unlock that inner child. And I think you're going to be able to kind of get past the wounding that's been there for some time around that part of yourself, and something where you feel like that part, every time you show it, you get left out in the cold. This is saying now is the time. Double Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website. Otherwise, the full August tarot scope for each sign will be starting to be released at the end of this week and into the beginning of next week. All right, bye, Sagittarius.